Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This morning we have very little. We've got the Bank of England Governor speaking at 8:25. Not so sure that will cause anything in terms of volatility. 1:30 we've got Bank of Canada Governor speaking. Again, neither of these, I don't think either of them will create much in the way of volatility. And then at 1:30 we've also got the unemployment claims, the weekly figure coming from the US. This has sort of caught the focus a little bit more in earlier months. It's probably fading off a little bit now, but it could still create some volatility at 1:30. So that's the morning in the day in terms of data. In terms of technicals, well, the euro's just pushed up and double topped into those prior highs there. Whether it's going to roll over, we'll see. It does have an untouched daily pivot below. Break of this trend line may just see it running down towards there. It's barely moved over the last. Yesterday, okay, it picked up there, but in pips terms, there's very little real movement in this market at the moment. Been consolidating. Maybe we'll get a catalyst that drives it at some stage, but for now still erring on this 4-hourly chart on the towards the upside, high lows, higher highs through here, but as I say, just running into double tops as we run into the London session. The pound looking a little bit more buoyant. It ended up pretty well yesterday. Funny old market. It sold off quite sharply in the morning yesterday, then ended up pretty reasonable. And today, it looks like at this stage it's looking like it may continue that. However, again, we're just seeing a bit of a retrace as the markets start volumes start coming in here. Maybe some profit taking, selling into the highs here into its R1. Again, daily pivot untouched here. Maybe it's got a better opportunity if it starts breaking the trend that's sitting there. If it starts rolling over, then better chance of it maybe coming down towards, or got more profit potential on that trend line break. But for now, well, I would be holding fire and waiting to show its hand. As I said, is up to its R1. It may want to get back up to these prior highs. Looking at the back to the 4-hourly, it had been doing pretty well in the high lows, high highs. It's messed it up a little bit here, but seems to be recovering. Dollar yen yesterday, it just there's nothing stopping the dollar push up. The yen giving more back now. This could be risk off. Just maybe the yen losing favour. Risk on rather. Maybe just the yen losing favour. But if you look at the 4-hourlies after that sort of initial surge in the morning, it pretty much went sideward. And in fact, at point pulled back, but it's just consolidating around this phase, which would suggest that it might yet have another attempt at the upside. Aussie dollar. So the Aussie dollar picked up a bit yesterday and is pushing up again today. It's one of those that sort of it's been catching the favour quite often, but it's this 4-hourly picture's sort of just erring sort of iffy to me. And break of the lower trend there would see me looking shortwise on it, but at the moment it's perhaps just maybe doing a bit more of a recovery. Yesterday it looks like even yesterday was unfortunately missed out on an entry to a trade. My alarm didn't go off, or I missed it, and missed a little opportunity we had in the early afternoon. There, it's about 1 o'clock. But anyway, it did continue, and it came back to test those sort of levels later through the Asian session, but has moved up quite well. Now, at this stage, still looks okay, but to break that trend line, as I said, could see further downside there. Okay, so Aussie, Canadian dollar. Canadian dollar strengthening yesterday. In the end, it ran up to its weekly pivot, strengthened off that weekly pivot. You see solid old movement, actually. Nice, clean reversal coming through there. Previous morning bearish pivot swing, and it's continued through that route. Lots of consolidation on its way, but generally seeing strength coming in. Okay, that's pretty much. We'll look at New Zealand dollar. Let's just a quick look at it. New Zealand dollar. Well, it's struggling a little bit more, and it had lost a bit of favour. It's maybe sitting there, but it's still softish. Bit of a reversal on this 4 hourly potentially, and well, could still see it catch the bid there and push up there. It may just follow on the coattails of the other markets. Okay, nothing particularly interesting there then. Okay, and then S&Ps. So S&Ps, sorry, just press the right button. There we go. Dailies. So S&Ps yesterday recovered pretty strongly. There, managed to hold on to the gains, and we've seen a push back again today. So it looks like the markets are sort of buoyed by the fact that we might get a piecemeal operation through sort of some financial stimulus in the US. And so long as there's a hope of that, we'll see these markets pushing on upwards here. Higher lows running through higher highs on this 4 hourly picture, and well, it does look like we, as I say, could just continue. May catch a retrace on the lower time frames here. I mean, it's just literally gone up so cleanly here. I wouldn't be overly surprised if we get more of a defined retrace, which may give buyers the opportunity to get in. That's it for me. I wish you a great day. Bye for now.